hear me now? Let's see here. Let me do internal speakers. Internal. And let's see if that changes. Can you hear me now, Miss Ivy? Let me know if you can hear me now, okay? Let me know if you can hear me now. If you can hear me, put a 1. Perfect. Thank you so much. So let me start over really quick. Today, we are going to talk about turning failure into fuel. You are so welcome, and thank you for letting me know that. I'm going to send you something special for that, okay? DM me your email, and I'll send you something in the email for that. So today we're going to talk about turning failure into fuel. My name is Renetta Gunn Stevens, CEO of Sophisticated Press. And quick bio about myself: author of 4 books: Kingdom Speaking in the Boardroom, A Dad's Redemption, 10 Ways to Eliminate Debt by Writing, and Push, Promote Until Shipping and Handling Happens. I'm also in charge of collaborating with people all around the world and helping them to share their genius through books, helping them to tell their stories through books, and helping them to become successful in just becoming a self-published author. So today, I'm going to share my story and how, we are living in a world where so much is happening. Like, maybe in history this has happened before, but not in our lifetime have we had to deal with so many issues all at one time. Like, we got health issues we got to worry about, financial issues, and career issues. And there are just so many different issues that we have to be concerned with in this present day. And so today, I'm going to give you a bio of how I've been able to use my failure as fuel. Because sometimes if we're not careful, you all, we'll be on social media and think that nobody is having a bad day, nobody is having a bad year but us. And then we'll be thinking that something is wrong with us. And I'm here to tell you today, nothing is wrong with you. We're all doing this thing called life together, and we just have to figure it out. And those who are doing better at figuring it out, we need to share some strategies. So today, I'm going to share some strategies to help you, as well as myself, to figure this thing out of what we're going through, right? Welcome, SOAR Fundraising Consulting. Listen, I need you to fail fast. I need you to hurry up, and I need you to fail fast. Why do I need you to fail fast? Because the sooner you fail, the sooner you can get to where you need to be in life. See, the problem is we go through life so much afraid to fail, trying not to fail, that we're missing out on the lessons that the failure is going to teach us. Let me say that again. Soon as failure is present, we get scared. We want to pray it away. We want to push it away instead of going through the process of failing to learn. So Sophisticated Press was not my first business. Sophisticated Press was actually like my 4th business that I started, which means that the first 3 failed. But that didn't mean I was a failure. It just meant that the businesses failed. But each failure, I learned something. Each failure, I was able to take the lessons of the failure and apply it to the future. Because it's all about your perspectives. And failures don't have to be a failure. A loss don't have to be a loss. A loss can be a lesson. But if you don't hurry up and learn the lesson, you'll stay in the test. I remember I had a mentor that used to always tell me, pass this test because you don't want to have to keep going through this test. Now, if this is your first time listening to me, I am a Christian CEO. That does not mean you have to be a Christian, but what it means is by me being a Christian, you're going to hear me talk about God. I'm not pushing my God on you. I'm just telling my story. Okay? Okay. Now, my mentor used to always tell me, if you don't pass this test, God gonna keep giving you this same test until you pass it. Why? Because there's lessons that got to be learned before you can go to your next level. There was lessons in entrepreneurship that I had to learn before I went to my next level of becoming a published author, of becoming then a publisher. And I'm here to tell you that some of you all are afraid to fail, and because you're afraid to fail, you won't take a risk that's going to fail so that you can learn from the failure. So that you can learn from the failure. It is so important for you to hear me on that one. I need you to fail. Why do I need you to fail? Because you're going to learn from your failure. And if you fail, that means you tried it. That means you took a risk. That means you invested in yourself. That means that you put initiative forward. So the first thing I need you to do, I need you to fail fast. You want to write a book? Start writing it. You want to start a business? Start filling out the information and doing the research on how to start that business. If it doesn't work the first time, that's okay. I guarantee you're going to get some lessons that you're going to need for the second time that you get up. The second thing I need you to do is when you start, I need you to put it on hold as not an option. If I get one more email that says I need to put writing my book on hold, we don't put destiny on hold. Like, where y'all get that from? Why y'all so comfortable to say you need to put your destiny on hold? Because the decisions you make today is going to determine the life you have tomorrow. And if every time you get surprised about life and the things that's happening in life, and you putting everything on hold because life is happening, you're going to wake up one day and you're going to be old, and now you're going to be ready, and you're not going to have the strength, the stamina, the mental capacity, the flexibility in your limbs and your life to finally do what God has called you to do. So I need you to put it on hold out your mind. And I need you to understand, you all, yes, we're going through life. Yes, it is hard. Yes, it's you got this bill due. Yes, you got your kids need school clothes. Now the school starting. Your boss is on your back at work. Your money funny. But if you put it on hold, you're going to delay your destiny, and you're going to delay what God is trying to do for you. And you have to understand that everything that God tells you to do, he's not going to tell you to do it based off your budget, but based off his budget. And he has an unlimited budget to support you in your dreams and your goals and the plans that he wants to come through you. See, I had to learn that. When God started telling me to do these things that I couldn't afford, I was like, Lord, I can't afford that. And he was like, did I ask you for any of your money? I just want to know, is you willing? I'll get the money to you, but are you willing? Are you willing to go through it no matter what happens? Are you willing to just keep going no matter what happens? And I'm here to tell you all that we got to stop wanting our life to be perfect before we start doing what needs to be done. Before we start making the investments and doing the power and boss moves that needs to be done, because we're so fascinated by looking at everybody else making boss moves as if they're not going through the same thing we're going through, as if they're not in the same season that we're in. If they don't have to wear their mask every day like we do, but it's not stopping them from making newsworthy moves. So what's stopping you from making newsworthy moves? I promise you I don't have a perfect life, but I'm still going to get up every day and not only motivate you, but motivate myself, because I understand that life is what I make it. And I understand that no one is coming to save me. I got to save myself. And I understand that one day I'm going to be held accountable for the plans and the goals that God gave me to fulfill and that I didn't fulfill. I understand that. So when someone texts or email me and say, hey, I need to put writing a book on hold. No, you don't need to put writing on a book on hold. Whatever you're going through, you need to use that as fuel to keep going, no matter what it is. In fact, if you're broke and that's why you need to put it on hold, that's why you need to keep going, because this book is going to create multiple streams of income for you. Like literally, it's all about your perspective, how you view something. Being broke is not an indicator for you to stop. Being broke is an indicator for you to go harder, to beat the back of poverty off your life. Because if you don't, that poverty is not only going to be on you, it's going to be on your children and your children's children. So you can't stop. You can't put writing your book on hold. You can't put not promoting your book every day on hold. You can't put your dreams and your goals on hold because the bill is due. I told my daughter the other day, I'm due. Somebody put that in the chat. I'm due. Please put that in the chat. I'm due. Cause see, when ComEd come on, when the gas bill come, even when everything come, you put everything before yourself, and now ain't nothing left for you. But you do. How about that? You do. The same way when that bill come, it's important for it to pay. You do today. What God wants you to do is due today. The money that's needed to get it started is due for that today. And I just had to come on today and be really passionate because I know we're going through. I know it's hard, but this is what life is all about. And this is why when you get to the top, you're going to appreciate it because they always tell you it's about the journey. It's about, you got to just keep going. You got to show up every day and people want to be you one day and you're going to be like, do you know what I had to go through? You really want a happy marriage? Okay. Be careful what you ask for because to get to a happy marriage, you got to go through some things. You really want to be a CEO? Oh, okay. Because to be a CEO, you got to go through some things. You really want to be a successful publisher or a successful author? Oh, okay. You got to go through some things. You got to invest some money. You got to invest some time. You got to overcome writer's block. You got to overcome self-sabotage because sometimes it be your own self that be telling you, just give up, just stop. But don't be still. Keep taking baby steps. I tell people, I don't care if you don't, because we have payment plans for our clients, right? I don't care if you don't have the money. Just keep going. Just keep talking to me. Just keep calling in and speaking to the staff. Just keep going because money, let me tell you about money. I promise y'all, everything I'm saying, I didn't write nothing really down, just 3 things down because this just straight from Holy Spirit. Listen, money is just that. It's just money. But God ain't tripping off your money. And we serve a God that'll talk to whoever you working with and to tell them to give you a pass. It's just about your persistence. It's about communication. If you're working with anybody in your life, I don't care if they working on your house, if they working on your book, if they working on your whatever, your car, all you got to do is just communicate and be human and say, hey, I don't have it today, but I will have it. But what I did do, I cooked some lunch today, so I brought you some lunch up here. Thank you for working on my car. I promise you, money is not the situation. Money is not the problem. It's the communication. It's the persistence. It's the endurance. It's the, I don't care if I'm late, I'm still going to show up. Because you don't know what God did in the background to make them have to have a meeting that go over. So now you thinking because I'm late, I'm not going to show up. But God held them up. So now when you do show up, you on time. Like, I need y'all to hear me today. Today is a motivational live because we got to get to the point where we understand that it's about your push. It's about stop letting everything make you embarrassed and make you ashamed. And I need you to get desperate for your destiny. I need you to get desperate for your destiny and don't accept failure no longer as an option. And anytime there's failure in your life, I don't want you to be embarrassed by it. I don't want you to be ashamed by it. I want you to use that failure as fuel. I want you to use that loss as a lesson. Write down the lessons you learned from that loss. And I want you to get up and I want you to try it again. I want you every day, whatever you're working on, I want you to go hard. That's right. It's about the push. See, when you pushing something, that means that it's hard. But we keep getting confused when it's hard and we want to stop because it's hard. When you stop when it's hard, you got to start over again. And that's why you keep losing momentum. Because the push is going to require you to, it's hard. You got to put a little extra strength in it. But then if you stop pushing, okay, now I got to build it back up, and I got to build my strength back up, and I got to get my arms back ready, and I got to push it. Like, don't stop pushing. Life is going to be hard, but I promise you, if you keep pushing, you're going to hit a sweet spot. I promise you, if you keep pushing, you're going to hit a sweet spot. I promise you, listen, I promise you it's not easy for everybody. Everybody going through. But some people using they going through to help them get to. They not using they going through as an excuse to quit. They're using their going through as, I got to go through this because I cannot continue to live like this. I cannot continue. I don't want my kids to live like this. I don't want my this to live like this. You know what I'm saying? See, you the bloodline breaker. You the one, you the first millionaire in your family. Put that in the chat. I'm the first millionaire in my family. That's my goal. I'm the first millionaire in my family. So I can't afford to stop. Because I'm the first millionaire in my family. So I don't care what life try to throw at me, what problems come. I'm still going to show up every day and be there for you. But don't get it twisted in my showing up thinking I don't understand what you're going through. I definitely understand what you're going through, but I refuse to quit. And I refuse to use failure as an option or justification of, I'm just going to stop. No, I'm going to use that failure as fuel because, again, your decision you make today is going to determine how you live tomorrow. And not only how you live tomorrow, how your children live tomorrow. I don't know about y'all, but I got to win or I got to win. That's right. I'm the first millionaire in my family. You got to believe that and you got to want that and you got to know it's not going to be easy. And you got to take quitting off the table. Because one thing about life, it's going to test you and see how bad you want it. And if every time something comes up, you think that that's justification of you stopping, you're never going to get to your destiny. Because life is going to say, they don't want it. She don't want it. She don't want it. Soon as something happens, she's stopping. Soon as something come up, she's stopping. You know, it's funny how soon as you want to do something in life, your car break down. It's funny, soon as you want to do something in life, something just happens. Water just get to coming out the pipes. That devil is a liar. Well, pipe, you gonna keep running because guess what? I'm due. I'm just trying to tell y'all the mindset of a winner is I got to win or I got to win. I got to win or I got to win. That is the mindset that I need you to have. And it doesn't matter how many followers, how many likes you get. This is about you and your bloodline. I got to win or I got to win. It got to work or it got to work. This book got to become a bestseller or it has to become a bestseller. Quitting is not an option. Putting it on hold is not an option. Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Get the fairy tale out your mind that it's going to be perfect and then you're going to have a season where no bills are due, where everybody is acting right in your family, where the kids are doing right. Get that out your brain. It's going to be hard, but that's okay. Use the failure, use the friction that's in your life as fuel. And if you fail, and when you fail, because it's a part of the process, know that it's not you that's the failure. It's just that this is a process. Again, Sophisticated Press was my fourth business. I had to go through 3 businesses before I finally got to the one that worked. And let me tell you, the one that worked, I didn't even write it down to be. I didn't even write it down to be a publisher. Welcome on IG, Renee from Bermuda. You know, I didn't plan for God to make me an international publisher. We got Bermuda on IG with us, right? We have Bermuda. And this is Renee's book, Jewel. And Renee is an example of using failure into fuel. Her book is about sexual purity, right? But see, and that's what we have to do. Whatever you failed at, I bet you learned some lessons, and I bet you can teach somebody, oh, don't do that, because I tried that and that didn't work. You're an expert now. Why? Because you failed. So stop fearing failure and realize that if you failed at something, that meant that you learned from it, and now you qualified to teach somebody on that subject because you failed at it. You see how that works? But if you keep fearing failure and you quit, you don't take risks because you don't want to fail, you don't learn what needs to be learned. So again, you all, this is my fourth business. I did not plan on being a publisher. That was not one of my 3 businesses that I, thought I was going to be doing. But one day God was like, I got some people who got some books in their belly, and I need them to finally get it out their belly, get it out their mind, and I need them to print and publish these books. And I need somebody I can trust. Now, I'm not saying I'm the only one that God can trust. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, though, I am one of the people that you can trust because God sent me to help you. Because I'm telling you that this is not what I planned on doing. It was never in any of my books to help people publish their books. And I'm telling you from a publisher that you'll never hear another publisher tell you, books are spiritual. And that is why you have such a hard time completing your book. And that is why you have such a hard time finishing and promoting your book. Why? Because there's a spiritual component to books that nobody talks about. Why? Because most publishers don't go as deep as Sophisticated Press do. But books are the most powerful things in the world. And that's why the Bible is the #1 bestseller and has been for decades. Because God knew how powerful books were, and he put his word in the Bible. And I'm here to tell you, your book is spiritual and powerful because when you publish your book and you tell your story, you share your wisdom, you share your genius, it's going to go into the hands across the world, and you're going to be helping so many people besides one person that you can help if they're in front of you. Now your book is going out into the world. And now you're reaching the masses, and that's powerful. So when you wonder why, man, as soon as I said I wanted to publish a book, it seemed like all hell broke through in my life. It probably did. Why? Because you're about to reach the masses with your book. You're about to change lives with your book. You're about to break the backs of poverty off your life with your books. And you think the enemy is going to make that good and easy for you? No, he's not. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it. So what I need you to understand today is this. I can only say it first like this with my marriage. If divorce was an option, me and my husband would have been divorced. But the minute you take divorce off the table, whatever happens, you just figure it out. And the reason why you all are not getting the results that you want in your life, because you got quitting as an option. And quitting has to not be an option. When life happened and you looking at your options of what to do, as long as quitting and putting your book on hold is an option, I guarantee you that's the option you're going to take. Let me put my book on hold. Take it off the table. Take it off the table. Quitting is not an option. It's no longer on the table as an option. Putting your book on hold is no longer an option. Not promoting your book and being passionate about your book is not an option. Not making book sales every week is not an option. Every week. Sometimes I tell myself before I can eat, I got to make some money. Oh, you hungry? Oh, you better. Because it just got to get to a point where you got to be the same way we worked hard for everybody else, and our job gave us a daily quota and we made it, right? We got to do a daily quota for yourself. I got to sell 5 books today. I got to sell 10 books today. I got to sell 10 books this week. Because some of us is celebrating and buying ourselves new things. And what you celebrating? What goal you hit this week? Oh, you bought you a new outfit? What you rewarding yourself for? So what I did for myself, you all, listen, I'm not buying myself nothing new unless I hit a goal. What am I celebrating? We celebrating ain't hit no goals. What we celebrating out here? Because every business should have a book, and every book is a business. If your book is a business and you're not making book sales, then your business is failing. And you should not be celebrating. Ain't none what we celebrating for. Okay? So today I wanted to come on and share with you, listen, you didn't make a mistake by investing in your book. And if you haven't invested in your book and you know you need to invest in your book, I need you to contact Sophisticated Press and talk to us, and let's get started with your book. And I need you to understand that I need you to fail fast. I need you to not be still and keep taking your baby steps. And I also need you to take quitting off of the table. Take putting your book off of the table, not until next year, as if next year going to be better. No, next year not going to be better unless you do better this year. If you don't do better this year, next year ain't going to be better. And the same thing that you supposed to face this year going to be waiting on you in next year. So you might as well face it now in 2021 so your 2022 can be better. The next thing I need you to do is this. And I'm going to say this. I need you to create a budget for your personal and professional development. Next month, I'm opening up Sophisticated Press Author Academy. We're getting all new lessons. As an author, I need you to create a budget for a monthly professional development membership in Sophisticated Press Author Academy. I promise you, I'm going to make it affordable for you. It doesn't let me know your name. If you can see it, it say Facebook user. Thank you for saying the best decision you ever made was to publish your book with Sophisticated Press. If you can put your name in the comments just so I can see and celebrate you, that will be amazing. But I need you to do me a favor. I need you to set aside $67 a month to partner with me and to help me and you teach you. Tawana from Texas. Yes, Tawana from Texas. Tawana book, The Chronicles of Blue. Tawana is an author that came, this is her book that came from Texas to Sophisticated Press, and her son has 22Q. And she wanted to, again, use her life and use what her son is going through with the autism and turn it into a book. And do you know, in Texas now, they're changing the mindset of people in Texas and helping the mayor to understand the Chronicles of Blue 22. And she's just really changing the world and informing the world about this through the power of her books. And you should definitely purchase this book at thechroniclesofblue.com. Listen, she's a perfect example of how you can use what you're going through And even though it may be hard, but use it as a way to help the world, you all. Okay. So September, we're opening up the membership of our Author Academy. We're going to give you all new videos. We're going to give you all new lessons. And for $67 a month, I just need you to give yourself that budget to just learn everything about self-publishing. And I promise you, if you go hard every day for your book is going to go hard for you, because books are like babies. We take care of these books and we nurture these books until one day these books is going to be taking care of us. And that's the same thing we do with our kids. We take care of our kids. We give them their education. We give them food and shelter. And hopefully one day they'll return the favor when we get old. Well, this is how books are. Books is like our babies. We're going to take care of these books. We're going to promote these books. We're going to put passion into these books until one day these books are bringing income into our family, and these books are going to return the favor. These books are going to return the favor. This is Tawana's website, The Chronicles of Blue. And I appreciate her for sharing her book and for allowing us to go on a journey. And oh my goodness, when you see what Tawana is going to bring next into the marketplace, you are going to be fascinated, and you are going to be educated, and you're going to be inspired. And so I want you to definitely visit thechroniclesofblue.com today and purchase Tawana's book. Tawana said publishing is changing our lives. And publishing has changed my life too. And we just want you to experience that. And this is the last thing I'm going to say is just stay close. Just stay close. Good evening, Tranisha from Texas. Tranisha is another self-published author. She has books out in Amazon right now. She has a planner out. You know, listen, stay close. Sometimes I know when we go through, we want to just not talk to people and not. But when I go through, you all, I have to come live and get love from you all, because I understand if I try to be an island, I'm going to get it wrong. I'm going to mess it up, and I'm going to just, and I don't want to go through it alone. We need each other. We need each other, and social media has allowed us to definitely come together. Texas love. Yes, yes, yes. And also, you all, if you all are having any conferences or trainings, invite your girl out to speak. I'm looking to do some speaking. I'm a certified speaker under Dr. Eric Thomas. And I'm available to speak and teach about entrepreneurship, about self-publishing. Invite me to your church. Let me talk to your congregational members. Invite me to your women's club. Let me come out and do that. And we're also going to be having some virtual publishing parties, where if you want to host a publishing party at your house, guess what Sophisticated Press will do? We will pay for the food. And you just have to have some family and friends over. I know we're in a season where you really can't do that. But I would love to do a couple of virtual publishing parties where, you invite some family and friends over, put me up on the Zoom screen, and I talk to everyone that's in your family about publishing their book. So if you're interested in that, we can plan that, and Sophisticated Press will pay again for the food for that family night with you and your friends over. And it's up to 10 members of your family that can come over. We'll pay for the food for that night, okay? And Tranisha says she's definitely learning to lean more on those around you. Yeah, we have to. Don't go through this alone. And you know what? I'm so glad you said that, because that's what I wanted to talk about too, just really quick. Make sure you get the people around you too, that when they see you missing in action, or if they see that your energy has went down, that they're like, wait a minute, is you okay? Are you okay? Make sure you get some people around you that when you do tell your big dreams and goals to, they're like, yes, let's do it. What do I need to do to support you, to help you get to it? Because sometimes if you have the wrong people around you, they'll tell you like, it's okay to quit. I understand you've been through a lot. Listen, I don't want nobody around me that's going to tell me it's okay to quit. I don't care what I'm going through. Don't ever tell me it's okay to quit. That's just my personal preference. Now, if you want that, I ain't judging you. But the people around me, please don't ever tell me it's okay to quit. I need you to tell me, I understand what you're going through. I know you get tired, but what can I do to help you ease the load? Because you can't quit. Because you can't quit. Because I don't want you to tell me it's okay to quit. She says, Tranisha said, that's where I'm at. No one, unless what I'm going through, so no one knows how to help me. No one, no, don't tell me. Right. No, do not tell me. Because you got some people be like, yeah, this happened and this happened. So I understand, girl. You need some time. Quit. No, I don't want you to tell me to quit. If you're around me, just ask me how you can maybe help the load not be so heavy. But don't ever tell me to quit. Make sure you got the right people around you that's going to encourage you to keep going. But listen, like I said, okay, you telling me to keep going. This is what I need you to do to help me keep going. I need you to come over on this day and help me with this. And I need to do this, meet this book deadline on this time. So can you help me? You know, can I brainstorm with you some of this that I wrote in this book and tell me how you feel about it? Can you be a beta reader? And can you read this book and tell me what's this missing? Right? Learn how to use the people around you as resources and not just as weight, not just as dead weight, right? You want people to listen. So that's true. You know, we are going through a life in this season where sometimes people don't know how to help because they haven't gone through that. So what we have to do is tell people how you want them to help you. Like for instance, Tranisha recently lost her father, and I definitely send my condolences again. But because I haven't lost my father, I don't know how to help someone who lost their father. So what I always tell my friends that has lost parents and are losing and going through things that I have not experienced, I promise you, I tell them this: tell me how to support you, because I don't know, because I haven't been through that before. But if you tell me what you need and it's in my capacity to fulfill it, I'm going to do it. Because what'll happen is we'll get mad at people because they're not doing what we need them to do. And we'll think that they're not there for us. And the truth is they just don't know how to be there for us. So we have to tell them. We have to tell them, this is what I need you to do. This is what'll help me. This is what'll be beneficial to me. And that way, they know exactly what needs to be done to help you. Okay, so try that method, Tranisha. If no one knows how to help you, that's understandable. They just probably may not know. So write a list of what you need and say, this is what I need. What on this list can you help me with? What on this list can you help me with? And I think that that'll help people to really be able to say, okay, well, I can definitely do that. I can definitely do that. Okay. Do me a favor, you all. Tag and share this video to everyone that you think needs to hear this. Do me another favor. We have a fundraiser going on. I want you to paint and sip with me. I'm going to have some cranberry juice in my glass. Whatever y'all have in y'all glass, listen, that's on y'all. But I'm going to have some cranberry juice in my glass. It's going to look red, but it's going to be cranberry juice. Cranberry apple to be exact. So listen, we're having a fundraiser that is going to be coming up. And I'm going to put it up in let me put it up in the chat right quick, because I need you all to purchase, and we need some more fundraisers. So if you purchased already, do me a favor and purchase some more for your friends and just surprise them with that. And say, hey, I bought you a virtual paint and sip with Sophisticated Press. I want you to get to know them. But I'm going to put the link in the comments. And do me a favor and join us September 18th on Saturday. And that way we can paint and sip together. Ternisha said, I'm going to have apple juice in mine. Exactly. What y'all have in y'all cup, that's y'all cup. What I'm going to have in my cup is cranberry and apple juice. So make sure you get your paint and sip. Ticket is $20. We're going to mail you actually the packet that comes with the paint, the canvas, the brushes. You don't have to do nothing but show up in the Zoom, and we're going to do everything for you. All right. Well, that's what I have for you today. You know how we end it here at Sophisticated Press. Listen, uh, uh. We love you so much with the love of Jesus Christ. We are so, so, so proud of you. And we know you can do it. And we shall talk to you soon.